Hey, besties. We are back this week with my friend Tessa, and I'm going to plug her socials real quick. If you aren't already following your favorite ex-girlfriend on TikTok, on Instagram, she's also Hot Mess Tessa, and that hot has a zero for an O in it, and that's on TikTok as well. Her content is so good and so funny. And I've known Tessa for like 13 years. She's also an amazing writer, and she's just funny as hell and fun to have on here. And she's a lifelong VPR fan as well. Thanks for joining, Tessa.
Thank you for having me. So glad to be back. This is so much fun.
Yes.
And we got some
I'm gonna
shit
try and
to
have
talk
you.
about, so let's get into it.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to try and have you on as much as possible because it's always fun chatting Vanderpump with you. So I'm just going to first tell all of you, I was at the Watch What Crappens live show last night in Denver. If you aren't listening to those guys, oh my God. Like, they literally are probably the funniest people on this planet. I don't even know how else to put it. So I normally don't listen to any other podcasts or any like chatter before I record my own because I want to have my own specific opinions. So it's going to be a little hard for me to make sure I separate my thoughts from some of the thoughts they had as well. But it was such a fun show. I encourage anyone, if they come to your town and you like anything Bravo, go see them. They put on the best show, and it's so much fun. Okay, so we're going to start with the fact that the reunion was filmed yesterday as well. Goes down in history, March 23rd, 2023. 3/23/23. Wow, those numbers, the way they line up, y'all.
3 threes, that's evil. Pretty sure that's evil. Just saying.
It is sure something. We've all been kind of like chomping at the bit over this. I'm just going to start with some of the things we know, and I'm also going to encourage you to go over to my TikTok. It's at Besties by Bravo. I broke down my interpretation of how the seating chart was really planned. I tried to post it to Instagram, but Instagram cut me off, assholes. They're like, you've been talking enough, bitch. Okay. So go check that out. If I have time on here, I'll break it down again. But I mean, if it's already made, may as well go look. So I'm going to start with this because this also, I feel like I want to manifest that this could involve you somehow, some way. Our girl Ariana was cast in a scripted, is it a television show or a movie? I think it's a movie.
It's a movie, a Lifetime TV movie, ripped from the headlines. And Ariana, I'm just going to put it out there. If you want to do Lifetime movies, girl, let me know. I just pitched a Christmas movie on Friday of last week. Okay. We need a star. And we want her to be cute and young and just like you. So give me a call. Because
Call her up.
She's doing one about, it's sex trafficking. It's one of the thrillers. But I'm just saying, Christmas movies, we would love to have you too. So.
And Tessa has had success with Lifetime movies. And you notice I said plural. Okay.
Thank you. Two.
Plural.
Two. Single black female. Go watch it on lifetime.com.
Yes,
shameless plug. But good for Ariana. And this could not have been a better time for this information to drop because she is on her come up,
Yes.
She is just upgrading through the freaking roof. And I love to see it for her.
Same. And you know what's so funny? Okay, I was listening to Heather McDonald's podcast, Juicy Scoop, and she was talking about how she knows casting directors that Tom Sandoval still submits to acting projects all the time. He's still trying.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Oh, no.
No. So can you imagine, like, he's probably like, man, dude, just Ariana got a Lifetime movie, man.
He wants to be so relevant.
It.
So bad. So bad. That's why he's the most extra in his little band. He's like, well, if they're not going to put me on TV, let's do a cover band. Hey, you guys, should we do our own original music? Nah, let's do like other people's songs. Yeah, that's going to be great. What is wrong with him? You are 42 years old or whatever. Get serious. Can't follow his dreams. It's just him specifically. It's not working for you, bro. Like, you can't even successfully open a bar. So, I mean, like, let's focus on one thing at a time, you know?
Oh, that cracked me up. Oh, okay.
Poor Tom. Poor Tom.
Sorry.
Poor us
Poor
for having
Tom,
to
my
watch
ass.
it. Having to watch his
Exactly.
failures continuously,
Oh
perpetually.
my God. It kills me.
It's never ending.
Something else, friends. Now this is all hearsay, but I may have gone ahead and taken it seriously enough that I have booked my hotel room.
Yes.
It looks like Andy hinted on an Instagram Live that BravoCon is moving locations because I think it's going to be a million times bigger this year, and I don't know how they're going to be. The Javits Center can't accommodate the number of Bravo fans that are going to be coming. The hotels in New York City and Manhattan can't accommodate.
And
like,
not
within
only
a walking
that,
radius, no way.
the amount of after parties that are going to happen after this, it has to be in Vegas. It has to be at those nightclubs. And I am coming for so many Bravo celebrities. Okay. I'm hooking up with one of them. That's my only goal.
We're as long as yes, because it would be one of the women. Because I was about to be like, please, there is not a single man on Bravo that is single that is worth anyone's time.
I don't know. Frankie Jr.
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
could take Frankie
okay.
Catania. Frankie Jr.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
He could maybe
He did have like a blowjob bell though. Remember that? He would like.
See, he got that from his daddy. Okay, he got that from his daddy, but
Sure.
I can turn him into a gentleman. I could.
If anyone could.
You know who I think would be a great match for you? Joe Bradley from Southern Hospitality. I just feel like he's a gentleman and he's respectful and he's really easy to put in place. So
he is very nice. I think one night when we were there and it was the one night that I drank a lot. I think I was giving him shit for not showing up to brunch when we were there.
Joe Bradley?
Yeah, girl, we were. You didn't.
I did not know. Okay, were there vibes?
Honestly, I don't know that I would say that there were vibes. He is much better looking in person. I can tell you that.
I believe that. I just feel like he could possibly have a big D, but I just feel like he's the type that doesn't know what to do with it. So you know what? That's probably why the vibes were off. Because I feel like you need someone that knows what to do with it.
And he is significantly younger than me. I think he's like 25 or 26. And I could date
a 26-year-old. Zendaya's 26.
I mean,
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay, but a 26-year-old female versus like a
You're
26-year-old male, that's
right.
very different.
You're right. Very different. Yeah.
And also, like, I adore Mia, and they had their thing, but I'm talking about this as if he would even have been like, "Hey, girl."
Why
but
not?
No,
why not?
I mean, honestly, I was more afraid you were going to say something like Austin Kroll or something. Which,
girl, I would never do that to you. I would never. But now that you said it, I can't unsee it. Yeah. I can't unsee it.
That's a problem.
Oh
it's
my
a very
gosh!
white coupling.
Oh my gosh, Caitlin,
we're good.
You and Austin?
No, we're good. We're good.
But I could I see it?
I'm good.
But like, if you treated him the way that Madison treated him,
even he cheated on Madison. Even Madison looks like Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, God,
like,
I love
she
Madison.
looks like the hottest version of Jessica Simpson I've ever seen. I know she's such an asshole, but she's so I love
her. I love how she treated him. She's like my favorite. She was my favorite. I want more of Madison.
I think she'll be on more this season of Southern Charm, from what I understand.
Thank goodness.
So
thank goodness, and you could be on there too if you dated Austin. So I'm gonna need you to think about that.
Oh. I'm okay. Because I think we just need, if we're gonna like put any vibes for anyone to be like on a Bravo show, I'm pushing for the vibes for you to be on the Bravo show.
Which Bravo show?
Yeah.
Which show?
I go to Pump Rules. I mean, I was saying, I think Ariana needs to go back. You know, she's bisexual. I think she needs to swing with the women because these men have done her dirty, and I think she needs to date someone who is very smart and a very talented writer.
Thank you so much. And also, they need some color on that show. So
they do.
They had like Faith
I
for
agree.
like 5 seconds, and that was it. And it did not work well. It did not end
Every
well.
diverse person has been their token diversity. Like Billie Lee, the token diverse person. Faith was their token black girl. They need like someone who clearly these people just don't hang out with anyone who is not white. But I think
maybe I should have a friend drag me to a James Kennedy show. And then the rest is history, because I hear that works.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he likes me. I'm a little bit too old. Like, he likes girls that look like they're in middle school.
And he also likes girls who are very Bambi-eyed and very like, oh,
submissive, and just go with whatever he says. Yeah.
No, that would not.
It wouldn't fly with me.
You would.
I would ruin his life. I would ruin his life. And how is it that James is now the top guy of the show?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
I don't know, because, well, I know what we know, but it's watching him. I've been seeing more clips of people kind of like trying to remind us of how awful he actually was. And he did remind us how awful he is by saying he would go back in time and bang Lala again if he had a time machine, because he literally did not care. And yes, Rachel is a piece of shit, but at that time we didn't know how much of a piece of shit. And that was really shitty. This is where like it's so hard to put that hat on that it's like, okay, let's try and pretend for some of this we don't know how terrible and much of a garbage human some of these people are. But I mean, Sandoval has always been kind of a garbage human to me, if you ask me.
For sure. For sure. I didn't see it though. I feel like Ariana in this. I really do, because I just thought that Tom was like secretly bisexual, and so he was like gay, and I thought that was cool. I'm like, they're a cute bisexual couple,
Yeah.
I'm just so taken by surprise, especially with Rachel. But I'm sure you saw the TMZ interview that she completely should not have. She messed up the reunion, but whatever. In it was interesting because she was like, yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really think the consequences of my actions through too much. And I'm like, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. She really was just, she just was like, I have a cool guy on a cool show who wants me. And she was just enjoying that. She never thought about when the shoe would drop. And that's crazy to me that she didn't think about it. She didn't think about it?
No.
You're good friends with Ariana, who, by the way, in every episode, sticks up for her like no other. It is sickening.
It kills me. It kills me.
She didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it.
No, and that's the thing is like, Rachel, that's been my thing that I've been wondering. How long and how did she think this was going to play out? I just don't get where anyone, and same with Sandoval, I don't get where his mind was not going, this may not end well.
They're not in their minds, because the fact that they sat up on that stage, which, by the way, speaking of the seating chart, the fact that they would put Raquel and Tom next to each other across from Ariana is the most deplorable, disrespectful image I've ever seen in my entire life. But then on top of that, for them to admit that they are, in fact, still together.
He was in apparently Tucson with her.
I repressed that from my memory. I saw that image and I immediately repressed that, because I was like, I know we're not doing family trips. Doing family trips.
They started doing I think it was like Christmas of last year. He spent Christmas with her family.
Oh my gosh. It's so disgusting that like Tom keeps wanting to be like, but we were unhappy, but we weren't having sex. Break up with her then.
Exactly.
That's it. That's like all it, like, we don't need to hear excuses. Just break up with her.
None.
And if you're like, oh, but her dog, oh, but this, then why were you doing it then? You were doing it then.
Like starting it like then.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing too. We got a lot of images of Rachel and Tom Sandoval sitting outside smoking who smokes actual cigarettes anymore? I would love to know that. Apparently Tom Sandoval and Rachel were both sitting outside of their trailer smoking in like all black. Like she's dressed just like him.
That is not what they wore. I was like, they did not come dressed like matching supervillains. That was disgusting. Why were they wearing that?
Oh my God, they did.
Girl,
I
they planned
would
it.
love
They
to
were
know.
like, "This is our funeral. Let's show up in all black, baby," with her Bambi eyes.
Well, and that's the thing too. The way she was looking whenever TMZ showed up. Now, here's something that was pointed out on social media that I find very interesting, which is that back grid is the tag or the logo watermark that is on these this video. Back grid is what TM is sent to TMZ, and it's paparazzi for hire usually. The Kardashians use them all the time.
So does Sean.
Girl, they are.
I know. This is another day in LA. Another day in LA.
Please. Now, friends, that'll be on the YouTube video, but it won't be on. I mean, that's just the way it is in LA. I'm surprised we've never. No, I'm surprised we've never had that happen.
I know.
Before, to be honest,
I know.
I feel like we've been really lucky and like no crazy like ghetto birds blowing up above. Like
Friday in LA. What do you know?
Yeah, I feel like we've been pretty lucky so far that's the first time.
But yeah, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello use back grid all the time for their fake little relationship as well.
See, so she definitely called them in for hire, but like, if I were sitting outside of the nail salon looking like E.T. and Jeffrey Dahmer gave birth to a baby deer, I would be furious. I would want my money back.
I'm just like, that's the one thing that makes me think that she did not call them, because why would you look like that if you called them? Why would you look like that?
I think she thought it would look candid. I don't know. It was bad. I can't stop repeating, I don't know, and it was bad.
I just want to know who's on her team. Who's on her team? Who's making these decisions?
Someone terrible, because do you know what they did? They also had Andy hand Sheena legal documents that weren't even real legal documents, asking her to quote unquote dismiss some sort of civil suit that Sheena has not even filed. And then today, on Friday, Rachel, whatever the fuck we're going to call her, she had the restraining order dropped. So why the fuck didn't you drop it before the goddamn reunion, you dumb bitch? Sorry.
Seriously. I'm like, out of all the people that you just wanted to screw over for no reason, I feel like it's so weird that it was Sheena. Because even in the mid-season trailer, we see a part.
Which we're going to watch.
Yeah. She specifically mentions, I was the biggest homewrecker of all time. And then came Lala. And now there's you. And they're laughing about it. They're laughing about it. And I'm like, at what point in the story is this? Because I know this isn't after Sheena found out. Obviously. No. But I'm just like, girl, this is a joke to you? This is a joke to you at this point? It didn't look good. Like, it didn't look good.
None of it does. I mean, and I'll speak on just a few more things regarding the reunion that we do know, and then let's dissect this mid-season trailer a little bit.
Please.
So, okay, they went ahead and they took everyone's phones before they even entered the building, which is weird because also Tom Sandoval happened to be I saw Bravo and Blaze, she posted that in the middle of filming, Tom Sandoval liked a comment she left somewhere that was like, this was well before Scandoval happened, saying, oh my gosh, I love this. And he went and liked the comment. It was from like 9 weeks ago. And so that's what's very strange as well. Excuse me. And then, they also, I guess this was allegedly on Wednesday, Andy did some one-on-one sit-down interview type things, which I don't know how that happened, considering how we saw Rachel looking on Wednesday, with Sandoval, one with Ariana, and one with Rachel. So that's that one. Then he also did allegedly do a sit-down with just Tom and Ariana, and he may have done one with all three, but he did with just the two of them, also just so that like there wouldn't be other people talking over them and things like that. Whatever. What we do see on the seating chart is Tom Sandoval looks like he's going to be there for the entirety of the reunion. So, I don't have anything nice to say about him except for this. Good for you for going ahead and just showing up, even though you're going to gaslight the fuck out of everyone.
Well, on Queens of Bravo, it was reported this morning that he gets it the worst. The worst. And it's so bad
Good.
that it rains down on him that they get a break. And when they come back from the break, it is no different. It is equally as intense. He gets it the entire time. And I cannot wait
Good.
to watch this. Can't wait.
He deserves it.
Yep.
Because as terrible as Rachel is, he is the one who was in the relationship. I'm all for, like, because I'm definitely not the person who likes to say we're going to blame the female. We're blaming the female in this situation as much as we are because she batted those Bambi eyes pretending to be Ariana's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's getting it so bad. If she were some random person off the street, whatever, like, it's a different scenario. It's still shitty, but it's different because it would be easier for her to believe any lies he maybe told her.
And we
You know
were
what I'm saying?
reminded by that on Watch What Happens Live last night with Jax and Brittany, that like it was a pretty big deal when Jax cheated on Brittany and she was like, "You can rot in hell." You know, it was a big deal.
Rotten hell.
But because it was like you do it better. But because it was like Faith and she wasn't that big of a part and Faith and Brittany had no relationship, it was just like, "Oh, Jax." You know, but this time because it is Raquel and because Ariana rode for her for so many seasons, so hard, like faced off against all the girls for this girl, literally dragged her into the group when nobody else wanted to do with her. And that's the girl that did this. That's why this is such a big deal. And if I was Raquel, I would have been like, fuck this relationship with Tom. I need to get my reputation back. So I'd been like, he did it. It's all his fault. He told me that they were broken up. I thought they were broken up. I thought they were in an open relationship. That's what he told me. I would throw him under the fucking bus. But she's there holding his hand, batting her Bambi eyelashes and being like, we're together. And I'm like, girl, this is not the right play. That's why I want to know who your team is. Because if it was me, you could have been out of this by now. We could have buried Scandoval together. But she wanted to stick beside him. That's my man, and I'm going to stick beside him. That's what she wanted to do. So
does he have some sort of magic stick that
there's no way.
I can't.
And Jack said it perfectly, too. He wanted someone that he can control, someone that's easily submissive. A lot of men do want that type of woman. And that's why so many boisterous, strong-ass, independent women are single. Because men just want to... Exactly. Yeah. Hi. Yes, men just like a partner that is like, you know, hi, honey. I'm not going to ask any questions about why you're just now getting home at 2 a.m., but do you want me to make you a sandwich? And meanwhile,
I'm going to pretend your zipper's not undone as well. You must have accidentally did that while you were peeing.
Exactly. But we're over here in Lindsay Hubbard vibes. When's the last time you made a sandwich for me? How many sandwiches have you made for me?
For me.
That's the type of bitch I am. And you can't handle, a lot of guys can't handle a bitch like that. And Ariana is that type of bitch too. So, but Raquel.
But Ariana rides so hard for everyone she loves. That's the thing that kills me too. She would, the way she would show up for his goddamn stupid ass shows too. My God.
I know.
I'm sorry. I get what it's like to be in a, you know, you do too, a relationship with someone who's in the quote unquote industry. And sometimes you're supporting, and same with for the other person, you're supporting some of the shit that they're doing that you're like, oh my God, this is embarrassing, but hey, they got to do what they got to do. Like, I'm going to be there for you. I support you. But this isn't like a job, Tom, like doing his whole cover band. It's not like a job he was taking in order to get like further along in his career. You know what I mean? This is just like, no, he had the full plan. He is paying out the ass for it. It's unreal.
And she sat there through all of his shows, waving her hands, clapping like he's actually good. She deserves a payout for that, for having to pretend like she was in a relationship with someone who had talent. She deserves a payout.
She did. She had to pretend she was in a relationship with a talented man.
Yes, and she really fed into that role. She leaned into that role. All of it. She was like, yes, yes, until she found the phone, the FaceTime of Tom and Rachel diddling themselves to each other. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I can, because I have found some horrible things of a partner on their emails that they left open. And it's just, that's a shock you can't describe. No, mine was emails. I feel like that's the best you can find because it's in text form. Finding an actual screen recording of a FaceTime. I can't even imagine. Like I'm trying to imagine and I can't.
Like my gut is like
Ariana deserves so much more flowers for not beating the shit out of these two. For real. Because I would have thrown hands and feet.
I think I would have too. And I typically am not, I don't go that direction typically because I'm like, oh my God, not the face, no. Like,
right? I hate violence, but somebody would have had to get hurt. I think somebody would have had to get hurt. Just because, like, now I have this image of you guys doing this on this FaceTime in my mind forever. Like, I don't just know about it. I've seen it. Someone's going to get hurt. Like, that permanent eye scar would have came from me.
Oh, easily.
And the fact that she's like, it's permanent. Bitch, it's been 2 weeks. Not even, like, what are you talking about? It's permanent.
But get some Mederma, like, okay?
Really, give it a chance to heal up, and it will.
She's so full of shit. You know what? Okay, why don't we just go ahead and we're gonna break down some of this mid-season trailer. Okay? I'm just so like, okay, friends, here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna get this going. Bear with me. Okay. Let's just get it started. This whole thing, it gives me chills. It really does. I know. Here, let me turn the volume. It's up. Okay. Can you hear it?
Wow. Amazing. We got the space.
Are they going to open before us? I'm excited. I don't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me just...
I was the OG home wrecking whore of this group, and then came Lala, and now here you are.
So that video, that part of the breakdown, I saw someone, that part when Tom is seen, and this is for our audio listeners who aren't seeing the video with us, the part of it where you see Tom Sandoval leaning down and kissing someone wearing an eye mask. Now, at first, it looks like it's Rachel, right? Like, you kind of automatically assume that's who it is, right? But it looks like that's actually in Mexico. Someone was able to find a photo of what the rooms looked like from the resort Sheena had her wedding at. So, now the nose looks like Rachel's. That's the only thing that makes it very difficult. But it's the furniture that matches the resort's furniture. So we're thinking at the moment that that's still Ariana, okay?
Or what if it's Rachel in Mexico in their room?
Because she was missing for 3 hours the day of the wedding. So there's that. Okay, we're going to go back to, the original OG home wrecking horror. That's them.
We're not divorced yet. This is my husband. He's like married with kids.
He wants to the out of her couch.
You guys are disgusting. I want to light them both on fire. I want you to know kind of what you've signed up for, being with him.
Should I ask Ali to marry me?
I'm so done.
Having sex like 4 times a year.
I cannot have sex with somebody who's like a stranger.
Open relationships are tough.
This is a full-blown love affair.
I wish we both would have tried harder.
You don't deserve one tear of mine. She saw the both of you at the Abbey
so
together.
That
you
part.
Don't know what's...
Okay, I'm going to break that down. When Lala says she saw the two of you at the Abbey together, she is actually talking about James's girlfriend, Allie. Allie saw, yes, and this, I get chill. I'm such a loser. I'm getting like goosebumps watching this. So Allie saw Tom Sandoval and Rachel at the Abbey in August of last year. And they were they were canoodly, very lovey-dovey, touchy. And Allie was like, this is weird. I don't get it, why this is happening. And she said something, and they were all just kind of like, yeah, whatever. No, I mean, it was so cameras were not on them or anything, but it was while filming was happening, because we know the Abbey is right down, like, walking 2 minutes from SUR. So it must have been a night, I'm assuming, that Rachel had just gotten off of work, or they had just wrapped filming. Pretty bold, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. Now, the part we're paused at,
The absolute
where
audacity. I can't.
So also the part we're paused at, I'm going to go back just a touch. You see Tom is wearing this black t-shirt, and it happens to most likely still be the scene that they picked up cameras for, where Ariana is telling him, you don't deserve even one of my tears. So we're going to start playing again. Just going to go back a touch here.
You don't know what's going on between us.
I don't regret our relationship. I had so much rage in me.
Now we see here. Do you notice what Katie's wearing here is going to be the same outfit that she is wearing whenever Lisa is speaking to all of them? That scene where you see Raquel is smiling in the background while everyone else looks so sad and distraught. She's wearing the same outfit also in that scene that we're going to see. She's also wearing that outfit whenever she says, that's my fucking husband. And she's also wearing that outfit when she says, I will light you on fire. Whatever happens at this party, this scene is going to be intense as shit.
Oh, I can't wait.
For everyone but Rachel to be in tears. And she's also wearing the same outfit as she's got her arm around some guy that is pointing his finger and like wagging his finger in Tom Schwartz's face. Okay. So we're going to keep going. I know it's crazy how much I'm breaking this down, but here we go. And we see Tom crying. Now that moment where we see Ariana yelling, I'm going to rewind it. What do you think she's yelling? We're going to do a lip reading here.
Oh my gosh.
Where it's,
I watched it so many times and I could not figure out.
Let's see if I can get it on there.
Oh my God, please. Look at Tom.
Raquel.
You will learn how to deal with your problems.
You want anything?
For you to die.
For you to die.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Iconic line.
Yes.
For you to die.
Well, and someone tried to say on my Instagram comments, well, that's like the same, for her saying that's like the same thing as saying to kill yourself. No,
it's not. Girl, have you ever had a boyfriend do you wrong? Like, I feel like that's
it was a man
phrase.
that said it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it was a man.
Okay, well, then we get it. We have no.
And another girl was like, that's just not. So when Rachel says, I do not regret our relationship.
That was the first time
she's
I
talking
heard
about
that.
James. I think she's talking about James. So, and then if we go back and we look, that scene where Lala says she saw you guys together at the Abbey, again, talking about Allie seeing that. Tom is wearing that striped shirt. That scene almost looked to me like they were in Mexico, is what's very strange. But I don't think that it is when they're in Mexico. And Tom has another moment where he looks like he's kind of rushing at someone, and he's wearing that same shirt. So it looks like it's very confusing exactly the timeline of how this is all going to play out. But obviously when Sheena's saying, and I was full of rage, I think she's talking about that moment whenever she pushed Raquel and threw her phone in the gutter. I mean, I would be full of rage too. If someone did that to my best friend, I'm like, listen, I don't think I'm going to get violent, but it sounds like also from what I understand, Rachel was like really just like not leaving Sheena alone.
I'm pretty sure I'd
like,
get
after
violent.
it happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd get violent. I hate violence and I would never get violent if anybody did anything to me, but you hurt one of my friends?
Yeah, I'm
doing it. And that's the only way. And that's why Sheena deserves a raise as Ariana's friend. Because if my friends are throwing hands for me, we are lifelong friends. Okay? I wasn't going to do that for the fact that you did that for me.
Yeah.
Friends for life. And I love their friendship. Yeah. I love their friendship. No matter who they are both beefing with, just quietly in the background, they're best friends. They've never not been best friends. And I love that.
They've never really had problems with each other, except for there was one point where Sheena was like texting Ariana's mom or something about her and Tom, which now in hindsight, do you remember her saying something?
My God. Oh my God. Sheena, come through, Sheena. Come through, Sheena. come through with the
Can you believe
warnings.
that?
She was trying to
I
warn
forgot.
her, girl. She was trying to, and Ariana was like, "Stay out my motherfucking relationship, bitch." And now look.
And good. I was like,
I'm
good for
about to
you,
hit
because
Sheena
at the
up,
same,
because she is not appreciated how she should be.
I definitely did not appreciate Sheena at all until all of this happened. I'm gonna be honest. I used to find her, like, I didn't dislike her really. I always lean toward the witches of WeHo, and say what you will about that, but and y'all know I do like Katie, and I always
Okay,
have.
so you're a
and
Katie stand. Okay, so you're a Katie
I am.
stand. I've never been a Katie stand.
Mhm.
I don't think even today I am.
Hardly anyone has. Like, I'm very much a lone soldier.
Well,
Excuse me. But what's funny, I shouldn't say this is funny, but it's interesting. She actually has that tattoo she has, I think, here on her arm
yeah.
of the
Your birthday.
it's my birthday on her arm. So I was like, okay, see, I feel like she and I, but I don't know that she's someone I would necessarily end up being friends with. Like, if you were putting this in that context, I think the people I would be friends with would probably be Ariana and Sheena, just knowing how I am in, like, real life, and them probably in real life. So I'm now like, yeah, Sheena, I'm definitely on her side. And I was making fun of her so much for, like, how she runs to everyone, come on the podcast, like,
I
just,
love
like
Sheena. She is the
one-on-one talk.
she's the comedic relief of that show, and I have always loved
She
her
is.
because we're good as gold. It's
Yes.
like, how do you not like vibe with
Zero
like,
shame in
she's
it
just-
either.
Yeah, she has zero shame. She literally is wearing a crop top wedding dress. No shame. I love that. Like, girl, do you, and don't let anybody ever stop you. I love it. I love Sheena. I love Sheena. I loved her since she was a mistress coming on, talking to Brandy. The fact that she was willing to do all of that, and she just got, like, ate up by Brandy back in the day. And she's thrived, and I am a Sheena fan. So that's my rant. Thank you.
Listen, do you, because I've had to be, I'm used to being the lone soldier on liking Katie, and I think it's because, and I've said this before, but I think it's because I have always seen through Schwartz. Something about him, I just always knew he is not what everyone thought, and I could see that he most likely says emotionally abusive things to her, and I've always believed that, and we've seen it. And
just in this episode this week.
Yeah.
He never has her back.
No, and the way I empathize with that feeling of being in a relationship with someone who does not have your back. I remember, since you and I, like, you know, you lose touch with friends and things like that, but as a friend, you are someone I know you always have the back of your friends. Like, but I mean, that is the truth. Like, I remember when we first met in LA and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I remember there was one time we were out, and you were like, I don't know why this random bitch is trying to come after me. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I do.
And you had to be
at, like, the W Club Drake.
Yes, and I was like, what is your problem? I don't even know you. Leave me alone. And you were like, I'm about to beat this bitch's ass. And
Why is she stepping to girls in my crew? Girls, step to another crew. Don't step to my crew. This bitch is with me. She's my bitch. If someone's gonna beat her ass, it's gonna be me at the end of the night when she's too drunk and she won't get in the car.
Listen, and at that point, I deserve it.
Let's go to McDonald's.
It's fine.
Like, yeah.
God.
Yeah, so
the only thing we should be arguing about is McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Out of all the VPR girls, which girl do you identify with most? Who would you say you are?
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, you know what? I thought I was one, but now I'm realizing I'm the other. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll start because I was gonna say Saucy.
Please.
But now I'm like, no, I'm definitely a Lala because I'm more aggressive. I'm just more aggressive. And I've really been appreciating how Lala stands up for herself. Like, she loves to get, like, the person she's fighting with real agitated. And then when they're agitated, she just drops out. And she's like, oh, are you still here? Are you still here? Are you still going? And just laughs at them. And I love it. I love it.
You know it's funny that you say that because I was actually just thinking the other day when I was listening to the podcast that Lala did with Heather McDonald that actually I would love to be friends with Lala because one, she has her friends back and she's very honest. I don't feel like I think so. The only thing that I do wish Lala would stop doing is the black scent. You're not even black adjacent, man. So that's the only thing I need her to stop doing.
Like, honestly, she could do it if she's gonna be with black dudes, okay? And like normally, I'm like black dudes, like keep your black queens, but also how much can I advocate when my dad, who's black, got with a white woman, you know? So like I have mixed feelings about it, and I like how she's with the brothers, and I like how vulgar she is about it. How she's like, thank you for letting me stay in your room, but I can't because I will spray all over this bedroom. And I was like,
what are you, a cat? That's why you like her, because she's like a cat.
It was so vulgar, and I appreciate it so much. She's just like, my legs are open, do whatever you want. I don't even care. I'm like, that's the kind of friends I want, and I love it. So thank you for speaking that way.
Well, yeah, I
spraying like a cat. Love it.
I don't know. Having to listen to her and the Dawn.
I love it. I love it.
Let's do this. We're going to take a very quick break, and then we're going to jump into the episode because I feel like we did get a lot of really interesting things in this episode. Yeah. So stay around, friends. We will be right back. Thank you for listening so far. Besties by Bravo will be right back, so sit tight for us. While we're gone, help me think of the best Real Housewives quote of all time. I think mine is going to be, "Who gonna check me, boo?" What's yours? Okay, we're back. And you know what? We're just going to hop on into this episode. If hindsight is 2020, I would love to know what we're calling this. Wow. Hindsight is all I can say. Okay. So we're just going to start here. When the episode picks back up, we're at boys' night. I hate to admit this, but James not only was cracking me up in confessional with all of this.
Yeah, I know.
G-U-Y-S, boys' night. Like, and I ended up spelling guys, but said boys. Okay. Anyway, I am not a Bambi-eyed bitch, but I have my moments. You know what? It kind of bothered me that Rachel was trying to insinuate to Schwartz that the reason the trip was not fun was because Katie's mom was there. First of all, rude. Okay. Katie's mom was not making anything not fun. She was just calling you out on your shit, and you didn't like how uncomfortable it made you, Rachel. But
the fact that she was like, yeah, and I called Lala mistress and all this, and they're like, good job for standing up to Lala. We love to see it. Good for you. And it's like, no. I feel like Schwartz will do anything that's on the opposite side of what Katie is on, and that's what he's going to stand for. Because
that in their marriage.
I know, but like why? I just don't understand why they got married. I never will. Even that season when everything led up to their wedding, and even Tom was like, "Don't do it," and everybody was like, "Are you guys sure? Are you sure?" Why? Why did they go through with it?
You know, I'll tell you from someone who's done that. Because you think it's the stress of your current situation, and you don't realize you've also been married, that after you get married, it sometimes is more stressful because something about it, I don't know what it is. The Pacey paper does do something. And, you know, they were together for so long, but I'll tell you what, if my man poured a beer over my head,
I'm like, if my girl told the entire world my dick doesn't work,
I mean,
how do you come back from that?
Well, and then he said, my dick doesn't work. Now you know why I don't want to have sex with you, because this was a moment when I think just about everyone could be on Katie's side. That time when Rand and Jax thought it would be funny to pretend that they were going to arrest Sandoval for TPing Jax's house. Remember that? This was right in the middle of Black Lives Matter. And the way Ariana and Katie both were like, so if he was a black man, this would have been actually scary is the problem. You're not getting it. And Katie was like, that's not funny. And you remember when Schwartz was like, see, you can't take a joke. This is why I don't have sex with you, because you're not even fun. And like, bruh.
And when he was like, this is why I don't like to talk to you because I hate the sound of your voice. Like, I'm just like, those types of things are things you would never be able to come back from with me. And not just the fact that you said it, the fact that you said it in front of millions of people who are never going to let me live it down. Like, I couldn't have a relationship on reality TV. I couldn't. Because you embarrassed me once.
No.
That's it. That's it.
Listen, I feel sorry for the poor asshole who thinks they are going to try and embarrass you in public, because you will.
No.
You would write a song about it. You would. And I mean that. She would. It would be over.
I would write a song about it. And also, what does emotionally entitled mean?
Thank you. Everyone is entitled to their own emotions. That is something human beings are entitled to, our emotions.
So, yeah, when Tom was like, Katie, you're being emotionally entitled. I'm trying to think, like, entitled emotionally. She's entitled to her feelings. What is he trying? And then Ariana was like, I don't even know what those words mean together, put together like that. Like, what are you even talking about? The way he was just like,
Ariana,
Katie, you're being a bitch. You're being just give up the room. First of all, Katie, don't give up that goddamn room. And I support you fully. I support you fully for not giving me back the room. And when they came, and when Ariana was like, maybe if we just say, what's her price? That's the only way. Because I would have been like 5,000. 5,000
Exactly.
and I will not be in this room. 5,000.
Listen,
for real.
Ariana was being a problem solver, and I appreciated that. And that's, like, I liked that the way Ariana just looked like a star this whole freaking episode is all I'm going to say.
This whole season. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Now people are actually going back and watching how Ariana's behavior has been throughout the entire time she's been on the show. The only time she was ever was literally that first introduction of her when she was like saying Kristen was not, when she was calling Kristen ugly, basically. Like, that's the only thing that really anyone could say. And the only other thing was, I take sketch comedy very seriously, or improv very seriously. That was like, it was cringy, but it wasn't like an asshole thing. She has always been so kind to every single person that has come into this group. She has always championed every single new person. She has been nothing but sweet to everyone. And she also is just very real. I know it sounds like I'm hopping
really
on some sort of bandwagon, but I mean.
No, that season that she was going through depression and talking about that, it was so everything. It was so everything, because I was feeling that too, and she was just so open about it. Everybody's talking about who they're fucking, and she's like, I am depressed. And
she's like, I don't enjoy most things.
Is real. Yeah, I loved her for that. Everything she has done, she's always just been so real. That's why for her to get betrayed like this, it's like so upsetting. Because she's the last one who deserves this. Not that anybody deserves it, but she is the last one.
I agree. Because, listen, we get that relationships go through ebbs and flows. You know, if you're not having sex, then that's something you talk to your partner about, see what's going on. And then you work through it and see if it's something that you can continue to maintain, or you figure out something around it. There was this whole rumor going around, I guess, I'll call it a rumor, that this whole thing started with Rachel having a threesome with the two of them. I cannot imagine on any planet Ariana being attracted to Rachel in that way. I just don't see it. I don't think she would ever look at her in that way.
I did believe it. Just because she ate Lala's box in the back of a car with Tom Sandoval there.
Lala did that to her.
Lala ate her box?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought they ate like each other's boxes. And
maybe.
I really, dreamed about it for a long time after that. But either way, because of that, I was like, maybe Ariana would be open to it. I really thought them having a threesome is something I very much believe. I very much believe it. Just because, like, why not? The only thing is like, if Ariana has been saying she has not been wanting to sleep with Tom for a long time, I can't imagine why she would want to sleep with Tom and then add another person to the mix as well.
Yeah, I think it's more so, I just can't see her being attracted to Rachel in that way.
I could.
Do you?
I could. Yeah, because Raquel's hot. You know, I do think she's hot.
She is.
And I didn't think that for a while because she was kind of dumb, right? But then she like came into her own. I liked her haircut. Her style was like cute. Like she was just as cute as the rest of them, you know? She was like just as cute as Sheena and all of them. So like I could see it.
I don't know what I think her type would be though. I think I've now determined that you're her type, and so now I can't get that out of my head.
I just feel like we could be so good together.
I feel like you could too. I'm still manifesting this and putting it out there.
Where is something about her? Do you think? Do you like? They said it's on Robertson. They said they got the space 6 stores down from Sir.
Don't ask me how I remember this at all. I want to say that it was 640 North Robertson. Listen, if I remembered that, should I Google?
I'm going. I literally drive by that every day. I'm driving by. I'm driving by. I'm walking by, actually. Yeah. I'm parking my car. I'm getting out and I'm just walking up and down the street. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this place looks so wonderful. What's it going to be?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm really in the mood for sandwiches.
Girl, yes. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do it.
But it's weird because it still says the property's for lease, so I'm a little confused. But it is, as I'm looking here, it is right down. You can literally see right here the Abbey. Yeah, I think it was either, okay. Oh yeah, and Gracias Madre. I remember that place going there. We went there after, oh y'all, don't ever take me to a lesbian bar and expect me to be a good wing woman. I was the worst wing woman on the fucking planet. I'm sorry, that just reminded me.
You tried, you know? And you can't be bad when you try. You can only be bad if you don't try. You know?
Y'all want to know what my dumbass? This was many, many, many years ago. I'm embarrassed to say how long ago this was, but Tessa's like, go see if that girl. I'm interested in that girl. Go talk to her for me. And I was like, got it. What do I say? And she's like, just go talk to her. And I'm like, okay, got it. And I stand next to her, and it was like I start bopping my head to the music, and I'm like, so. Do straight people come here, or is it mostly just gay people? And she looked at me and she was like, bitch, what the
This is how you wing woman for somebody. And I need you to know this when you wing woman for me for Ariana. You go up to her and you say, oh my God, girl, you are gorgeous. And you know how I noticed? Because my friend over there, she pointed you out and she said that you are the most stunning person in this entire bar. Are you single? Mm-hmm. Thanks. That's it. Thanks.
I'm better now. I'm better now. Okay.
But you know what I realized though? I realized I'm not the type of girl who should be going to talk to other girls. I'm the kind of girl who other girls should be coming to approach. Okay. I should just sit there and not have to do anything. Okay. I'm not the one to send people out. You come to me, and that is my role in the relationship.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Yeah. We both learn things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've grown. Progress.
There you go. Wing Woman 101.
Yeah, and it got very confusing for me because then she said her baby mama was there, and then
oh god,
and I was like,
toxic lesbians.
Yeah, this was like 12 years ago at least.
See, this is why I wanted to DM Ariana and be like, girl, everyone's trying to be like, who should Ariana be with? What Bravo guy should she be with? And I'm like, girl, you need a girl to go to the gay bars with, the lesbian bars. We can go to women only events, me and you. We can do our thing. Or I can wing woman for you. Either way, girl, you need to be around some queer ladies, okay? Because everyone's trying to throw sausages at you. And for what? She is very openly bisexual, people.
I agree. I'm tired of seeing everyone saying, and the only person people are coming up with is like Megan Fox. Is she the only other bisexual woman alive that's beautiful?
I don't even know Megan Fox with bisexual. Hold on, I can get Megan Fox. Hold on, I can get Megan Fox. Get her nails done, but
yeah, her nails might be a little scary.
A little scary. They're a little scary. Mm-hmm. But I could, Megan, what's up? What's good?
Listen, there are ways around that, I'm sure.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm more and more. Mm-hmm. I love to hear about these bisexual women. Honestly, what are you doing being straight? Like, what are you doing?
If I could change it, I would.
I mean, if the Toms have taught you nothing, even the most feminine of men cannot be trusted.
No, listen, if I could change that, I absolutely would. I remember you used to make this joke, or not joke, I mean, you were kind of serious. You were serious.
Very much.
That most women have a turnability factor on a scale of 1 to 10, and you used to say mine was like negative.
It was like a -4, yeah. And I have a lot of straight friends that are like that. And I'm just like, always, why are you straight? And they're like, I'm not choosing this.
I'm not.
It would
I'm
not
not.
be this way. And I'm like,
I'm not
okay,
choosing
well,
this.
it's okay. I support your kind. Do I
Listen,
understand it? No, but I
wouldn't
support you.
Wouldn't you, for the most part, rather have a baby with a woman? Because
Absolutely, absolutely.
how many
So
ways
I
do I
can
have to
share in
explain
more.
that?
Yeah, it's just like women are just. I always say you have not been loved until you have been loved by a woman, because women will go out of their way. They will kill themselves to make you happy, and a man is just.
A man's more fascinated with his own appendages.
You already know. Okay, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do it, but they'll do it for a sandwich. And it's like, how many have you made for me?
Meanwhile, a woman would have gone ahead and opened an entire sandwich shop to make you sandwiches.
A sandwich
full
shop.
circle
How
moment.
dare you have a plan to open a sandwich shop with your wife and then say, actually, I'm going to do another bar with my friend who I sword fight with, who we're so in love, we have to take a break from each other. What?
Listen, I have had dear friendships throughout my years, but I am going to tell you, I have never had a friendship that I could have, and this is the difference between men and women as well, I think, is that women would not, now we wouldn't, okay, I'm going to rephrase this. Women would not only put their best girlfriend over their partner continuously without stopping. That just, women don't tend to do that. We tend to make bad choices in that case, but we don't go about things that way. We just don't. And you know what? Who was it? I had on here my friend Terrence, which, by the way, friends, he just started his own podcast. Go look him up. Bravo Chronicles. And yes, it is. He is a wealth of knowledge. He was saying, you know what? I think Katie and Ariana both just need to go be with women. They will be happier.
I say that with everyone, and I honestly still to this day think you should explore it, because you never know until you know. You know, and you just don't understand how many men I had to be with till I was like, yes, I'm 100% gay, and you're just out here saying that you're 100% straight when you ain't even never been with girls, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
So I need you to go and get your box 8 by Lala, and then you tell me that you're 100% straight. Then I'll believe it. Come on, you don't want Lala to eat your box? Come on, for real? I want her to eat mine. What? Oh my God, I would do anything for her to eat my box. Oh my God.
But that's because you're not straight.
Frankie Jr. could too. Honestly, so could Kyrie, Sheree's son.
Oh, he's a good-looking man.
I mean, I don't care. Like Diplo said, it doesn't matter who's giving you head. It's not gay.
If your eyes are closed is what he said.
If your eyes are closed, if you're not making eye contact, it's all the same.
That was a strange...
So, and he has a point. He has a point. Although I will say a girl will eat your box better than a boy will. So.
This podcast has devolved. Which, by the way, friends, I keep an eye out. Tessa might have
in conclusion, Ariana, call me. Thank you.
Yes, Tessa knows what she's doing. And she won't have to be drunk like Lala was at that time before she was sober to be doing it.
Exactly.
Listen, we
can talk about Lifetime movies while we do it. So.
I back up this pairing, even if it's like just a very good friendship with some fun, or even just a very good friendship. I think you two would really, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for supporting that.
So, the whole, the guys' night, right? So, how about the way Scandoval was like, oh my God, tell me everything. Dude, what happened? Right? And the way Rachel was like spazzing the fuck out whenever she was doing her impression of Lala, being like, yeah, and I call her a mistress. And, what else did I say? Oh, yeah, they were trying to put on me that they can't trust their men around me. Well, no, they didn't. They weren't forcing that on you. You tried to make out with one of their not even her ex-husband yet. They are still married. And the one guy, one of them said, oh, I'm into him. You go and make out with him, which who gives a shit, right? Like, that was like whatever. But still, your track record wasn't great, okay? So, there's that. Also,
and the fact that she was like, I don't know if it's just like a jealousy thing or what. Like, she keeps implying.
Lala's not jealous of her.
And I hate when women do that. Like, women can hate you without being jealous of you. You realize that, right? Like, we can just hate you because you're a dumb bitch. We don't have to be jealous of you. I hate that. I hate that.
At all. At all.
Girl, nobody's jealous.
I don't think Lala was ever jealous of her.
Nobody's jealous of you, girl. Continue.
No. No. Although, you know what? Okay. So, and Lala got her D in there.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And she ends up calling him the Don. The Don.
I love it.
All right.
I love it. I love it. When he throws it down like that, you get a the put in front of your name. So.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was something like from The Godfather or something that they would do. I don't know. I may be making that up. I think I got that from Gossip Girl.
That's where I get most of my information. So
yeah, that's
the original and the reboot.
Yeah, which I cannot believe they canceled the reboot.
Why? I loved it. I
thought it was good too. I mean, the acting wasn't great, but neither was the original one. The tarot card reading. I love it for Allie that she wants to be a full-time astrologer. That was
interesting.
Really
that's new.
It was
never
funny.
Heard that.
I'm sorry, I thought it was funny how James was like, yeah, you know, Allie's read my birth chart. What? Wow, Caitlin. It's Friday. Allie's read my birth chart a few times, and it's different every time. You're born once. How does it change every time? Did anyone pick up on that? I was like, maybe I don't know enough about astrology, but
when he brings her on the scene, that's when I'm like, let me go do my dishes right now, actually. Let me go check on my cats. I'm not interested in what they're doing at all. I'm sorry, at all. Until this girl jumps in the tea, I am not interested. And I was not interested when he brought Raquel around. I was like, I'm still in the James and Kristen drama until Raquel started bringing it for herself. And then I was like, okay, now I'm interested. Now, Allie, if you want to get me interested, you're going to have to embarrass yourself. And I'm so sorry. That's the only way. That's the only way. But you signed up for the show and you knew what it was. So it comes with a certain level of embarrassment. And she'll know soon enough because she's dating James. So she's got to know.
And I mean, do you not find it a little creepy how he would not like stop being like, mwah, 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 kissing her non-stop.
Oh yeah. And the editors wanted you to know that. And the editors definitely made sure that was in there. And it was like,
yes. Yeah.
It's like love bombing, an affectionate love bombing. It's like, I appreciate it. Thank you. But like, we're here to do something. Like, you could tell she was very invested in what he was saying. So it's like,
get the fuck off of me.
I would have been like, can you listen? Can you listen? They're talking about your house in the 13th chart. That's why you're difficult as fuck. Pay attention. Like, what?
Your Venus is in Uranus, okay? Come on.
All right, but she's not going to tell him. She's not going to tell him stop, and that's why he likes her. You know, that's the kind of girls he likes. So,
well, he did have something incredibly insightful that he said in confessional. Raquel's not only fucking up what I've got going on, but she's fucking up everyone's relationships. The way I was like, okay.
Called it there.
She's trying to make out with Schwartz left and right. Katie's not happy about that. Her and Lala in Vegas toxic as fuck. And, because it's perfect Raquel, there's no consequences to her actions but everyone wants to point the finger at me. But maybe let's point the finger at her for a little bit.
I love that part. I loved it.
Don't worry, James.
I was like, James is just sitting at home like, yeah, bitches. Yeah, who's the number one guy now? He loves it. I just got an E! Online alert that Reese Witherspoon and her husband broke up after 11 years. And I feel like I should just say, Reese Witherspoon is now single. Do with that information what you will. And I will be doing something with it. And it just goes to show that nothing lasts. Nothing lasts anymore. Okay? And if you're into something and you're thinking it's going to last, let me stop ruining your life. Stop ruining your life because I'm bitter. Okay? And when you go through a marriage and you're sitting here single, you learn things don't last forever. Okay? And I feel like Ariana's
Wow.
in that realization right now, and I just want to support her in that feeling because nothing lasts. And every time I find out a celebrity is broken up, once again, that's the first thing I say. Nothing is real. Nothing lasts.
Wow.
Except between me and my cats. So I'm gonna need some time with this. I'm gonna need some time. You know,
we're all gonna need some time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Reese, I hope it didn't end the way Sandoval and Ariana's ended.
She deserves more. We all deserve more. Save our blonde beauties.
Yeah.
Women, just be gay. This would not be happening if you guys were just gay.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. I don't want to hear you guys complaining about your men when you're dating men.
Right. I know.
I'm sorry, you guys.
So
I respect you guys. I appreciate you guys, and your voices should be heard. It's just like you're here, and women who date women are the elite.
I listen. Our voices are heard plenty. Don't worry.
Love you, straight girls.
Our voices heard that badly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, you know. The pool party. Okay. Wow. So I'm just gonna. It was sad watching the flashbacks of the girls talking shit on Sheena's dress, but Stassi was not far off in her assessment of it, kind of looking like a quinceañera dress. The crop top, just something about it didn't quite work. Her dress this go around, gorgeous. No notes. I thought she looked gorgeous.
I haven't even seen it. I have not even really paid attention to the dress yet.
It was on the mid-season trailer. Mm-hmm.
I saw it for like a second at the beginning, and I was not even paying attention. I was just paying attention to how big Brock looks and how much like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast he looks like.
Oh my God, he does.
He looks just like Gaston.
Oh my God, he does look like Gaston.
And I was thinking about how nobody wanted to film with him, and that's why we're not seeing him this much this season.
Right, but that's changed, I guess.
How has that changed?
I know Lala feels differently about him now. I guess like he means a lot to Ocean. Yeah, he's like really, because she's with Sheena like all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, good. Good for them.
Did you notice, by the way, that moment when that guy says to Rachel that her sunless tanner is rubbing off on him, and Sandoval goes, it's probably his. Are you both wearing the same sunless tanner? How and why was it rubbing off on both of you? Is sunless tanner the new way to tell who's banging who?
Why does Tom want to be the woman that he sleeps with? Like, in a way, he just wants to be them. Hey, babe, what kind of sunless tanner are you using? Me too! It's like...
Oh, and Rachel was for it because she's dressing like him, acting like him.
That's what I'm saying. They are, like, matching now. They're smoking real cigarettes.
That is so early 2000s. We are done with that, okay?
So early 2000s. Like, get a vaporizer. Like...
Why would you want to smell and taste that?
Interesting. It's a choice. It's a choice. Very 90s. Very retro. Very vintage.
So vintage.
So vintage.
It's adorable. Wow.
Okay,
so when Rachel says to Sheena, after Sheena had that conversation with Lala, and Lala's like, basically, you know what? I can't stand Rachel. You know, she's weak. And it was kind of like a throwaway line, I feel like she said to Sheena. So, of course, Sheena says to Rachel that, oh, yeah, I was talking to Lala, and she said you're like a weak bitch. And Rachel is getting this, like, with her chest, just shoulders back. Obviously, I'm not a weak fucking bitch. And then we get Ariana standing up for her goddamn galaxy lights. I fucking hate Rachel for this. I just can't. So then I loved it when Ariana was like, look, I'm walking away because I'm not doing the Tom against the girls thing, which it's always that. But why the fuck? We know why. But why the fuck was Tom Sandoval standing up for Rachel so intensely? We know why.
That's just not good cheating. I feel like cheating 101 is don't put me in the same room as this person. I'm never going to be talking about this person. I'm never going to be standing up for this person. Like, I just feel like at this point, all that we know, we all should have known. We all should have seen it. And we didn't, because it was
We're gonna
so
feel that way
right
now.
in our faces. Yeah, it was right in our faces. Every time I see it, it's like, this don't smell good. This don't look good, baby. Okay?
Nope, sure doesn't. Sure doesn't. At all.
Yeah.
And, here's the thing, too. Like, this whole thing now, without the context of what we know now, it would have seemed like Lala was being a fucking asshole. I mean, it really would have seemed that way. Because when she says, like, put a thought together, I know you can do it. Oh, my God. That would have seemed so fucking mean, but now we don't give a shit, right? So when the actual
honestly,
argument starts too.
that explains a lot more. This explains a lot more, because the main thing I was thinking about when I found out about everything was, how could Raquel do this to her friends? How could she do this to her friend group? But now, since last week's episode and everything that happened in Vegas, and they all hate her and they're really done with her, now I'm like, she did this to spite these girls, because they all played mean girl and kicked her out of their little powwow. So now it makes sense, because that was the one thing. Raquel, how could you do this to your friends? But she was like, those bitches were not my friends. They were not my friends. So what did I do? I fucked their men. I made out with Schwartz and I fucked Scandoval. But the thing is like, I'm still waiting for the part where Ariana was mean to you. Because that, I see the
But
Katie,
that's the
I
thing
see
is,
the
she was the
Lala.
only one. She was the only one who was nothing but They went to watch her compete in her beauty pageant. Do you know, the people who will go and watch that, those are, I mean, genuine friends. Oh. Uh-oh. I lost Tessa. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Okay. Okay. We're going to see if she comes back. I'm going to keep going, because this is not the first time I've had something like this happen. But those are genuinely your real, legit friends. The ones who will show up to go watch a beauty pageant, watching a bunch of women, young women, pay to walk around in a bikini and in an incredibly expensive gown, hoping to get a pretty crown. Yeah, that's something that not many people will actually do for a friend. Let me just tell you, for certain. Coming from, y'all know, I did beauty pageants. So then the actual argument with Lala and Rachel starts. I mean, we're going to call it argument because, my God, I don't even know what to say about how Rachel tried to stand up for herself. I mean, again, if we didn't already know everything we know, this would have been, we would have felt bad for her, because it would have been, she was out of her depth. So at one point, when James says in confessional that and I mentioned this earlier, that he doesn't care that he fucked Lala, and that if he had a time machine, he would go back and do it again. Bro. That is. And then later on, he ends up saying that, oh, well, I'm not proud of that. Really? Fucking liar. So at this point, Rachel says to Lala, because she's overheard Lala and Ariana and all of them going back and forth about the whole thing with the girls trip, right? And Lala says to Rachel, you want to be a part of the conversation? And she's like, well, yeah, I guess. And she says to Lala, you're a bully. You're fucking pathetic. I don't need this energy in my life. I've learned my lesson with James, and I finally learned my lesson with you. And if you guys are going to be be a little Chihuahua followers, literally, I'm done. Oh, baby girl. Okay. So the look on all of their faces, I mean, it's pretty clear that they think it's a joke, I guess. Just plain and simple. I don't know how else to put it. It was pretty bad. Then,
so sorry.
We got you back.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Hey, it happens. It happens. So I'm, for those watching the YouTube, we're just going to backtrack. But for those on audio, we're just going to pretend none of that
It
happened.
didn't happen. Erase it from your memory.
So we're at the part where Rachel has the audacity, poor thing, at this point it was really sad, to say to Lala, "You're a bully. You're fucking pathetic. I don't need this energy in my life. I've learned my lesson with James, and I finally learned my lesson with you. And if you guys are gonna, like, be a little, like, Chihuahua followers, like, literally, I'm done."
The shaky voice. I can't. You're so good at it. She was like, and then Lala's like, "Are you still here? Are you still here?" And she's like, "You know what, Lala? You're such a bimbo mistress, and I cannot even."
It was so, like, the way she had to throw that in there, she knew. This tells you a lot about Rachel and how she argues, and when she's fighting with someone, she's going to fight dirty.
Yep.
She knew Mistress was a trigger for Lala. If she had not said that, she still could have come out on top. If she'd been like, "Well, I think you're a bully, and I'm not a weak bitch, but you are hurting my feelings." If she had done that, how much more would we have been like, "Well, that's her villain origin story. That you guys did it. It's your fault."
Exactly. But she was like, "Okay, this one word hurts you. That's all I have, and I'm going to throw it out."
Well, yeah, because here's the thing too, is eventually in confessional, she says, "I feel like I've leveled up from this girls' trip because a lot of my mission in life has been to be liked by other people. So the fact that I'm facing Lala Kent, I'm loving this new version of me." And then she dabs.
I didn't even know that was something that millennials do. I thought that was a Gen Z thing. Where does she fall in that? Because 28, I'm pretty sure she's too old to be dabbing.
Yeah,
but that's
she's not. She's a young millennial, or
that's
what is it? Millennials are considered those who grew, like, didn't have the internet their entire lives, and she would have had the internet her entire life, actually.
I want to believe that
Because
I'm 29, and now I'm realizing I'm actually a lot older. Okay.
I'm the same way. I forget that I am.
Okay.
Pushing.
Yeah, she's actually a lot younger than me. Okay. Maybe that is okay for her age. I don't know, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it
either.
I want you to be more confident, but, like, you're being a bitch. But also, she doesn't know the difference because she's in this group. And for them, being bitchy is being strong because they do have a lot of mean girl energy. They do the gang up thing quite a bit. And they've been doing it to Sheena since season 1. They're even doing it to her now. The fact that she had to sit on the guy side at the reunion because nobody wanted to sit next to her. Come on, you guys.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Poor Sheena.
Bad. And again, guys, if you want to see the seating chart broken down, go on my TikTok. I've got like a 3-minute video on it. Okay, I'm sorry. Sheena and her sunglasses were driving me nuts. Take the fucking sunglasses off. You are too pretty to be covering your face up that much anyway. Take the sunglasses off. They don't make you look cooler at all. Take them the fuck off.
Where did she wear sunglasses in this last episode? Because
the whole time at the pool party, she has her sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
down
I love
on her nose.
I love those. I absolutely love those. I was like, I need a pair. I will wear them every day. Iconic.
That's fine, but stop don't wear them on the end of your nose for the whole episode. Like, that had to have been annoying. And plus, can you imagine for the camera guys having to avoid the reflection in them? From that standpoint, like, take them the fuck off.
It was a
you're
look.
Inside.
It was a look, and at this point, there's nothing you can tell me about Sheena that I will not stand.
I know.
Okay? Because I love the girl. I love her. I just think everything she does is just whimsical. It's whimsical, you know? Like, she's just trying to be do-do-do-do-do. She's not in the drama. She's just trying to, like, dress up her little baby, Summer Moon, you know?
Summer is so cute.
She's so cute. And she looks just like
She is like one of the cutest babies I've ever seen.
She's so cute.
She's
and
really
so, cute. I'm sorry. Sheena can do anything, and I'm gonna stand beside it.
You're fine with that. Even when she was being a bridezilla and when Katie wouldn't give up her room. If I were Katie, I would just be like, you know what? I don't know what I'd do.
I agree with Sheena just because I feel the same way about Katie. And when I saw those clips of Katie and Christina Kelly standing on the balcony talking shit, that's why she should have given up the room. And I would have been like, bitch, she was like, I don't want you talking shit, standing on the balcony. Like, she was like, I'm not going to do that. Cut to
the flash forward.
I've never seen no flash.
We never
forward,
get those,
but they really did 2 weeks later.
They never do a flash forward ever. I can't remember the last time we've ever had one. That cracked me the fuck up. I'm not gonna lie.
We needed it because Sheena called it.
But I know if you were Katie, you wouldn't have given up your room. Just like you said this earlier too.
No, I would have. I would have played ball. As soon as Ariana came around and was like, "What's your price?"
Oh, what's your price?
I would have been like $5,000, and I would have given it up. But you would have had to pay me $4,000 extra to do it, and then I wouldn't have cared. I could have gone on vacation to the Maldives. I don't care about Mexico.
Could have gone somewhere better.
Yeah. So she should have named her price. She should have done it. But she wanted to spite Sheena too much. And I would have been like, there's a price for everything, baby. And you could pay me.
Yeah, you just take her money.
Yeah, and how great would that have been when she said, okay, my price is $5,000. I do care for you and your bridesmaid, $5,000. And when they would have been like, oh, I would have been like, oh, well.
They would have flipped.
I tried to help, babe. What do you want? What do you want?
I did offer.
Yeah.
I offered.
It would have been amazing, but she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to play ball. She should have. She should have tried. And then
that would have gotten her 2 of those Saint Laurent handbags she was carrying at that party.
But no, once again, Katie has to storm out upset because Schwartz has made her cry. We have to once again watch Schwartz follow her out and say, no, Katie, but you look nice today. Bitch, are you serious?
That's him just trying to look like a nice guy. That's it. That's just him trying to look like a nice guy. He's not a nice guy.
How annoying.
I'd have been like, what are you doing with that comment? Are you trying to make me feel better or make you look better? Because
yeah, he's weird. He's a weird one.
But he says all of this right after he called her emotionally entitled. So she's not allowed to be upset, and why are you chasing her then?
I don't know.
And then when he said outside, well, okay, I'll do this. What if I tell her I'll get back together with her if she gives up her room?
That was like, so insulting.
She left you.
I was like, you're trying to imply that it's up to you if you guys are together or not. And that is foul because we all know she don't want to. She does not want to. So what would say we'll get back together? Like that was so like, oh, I just want to slap him so much. And I want to slap him with a homeless man's penis. That's what I want to. Ooh, I just want him to get dick slapped so bad. Ooh.
It was bad. And then to like chase her off, Bubba, don't, if you
drop the bubs.
Drop
the bubs.
I would kill him. That would be like, that's the same thing as calling him babe, calling her babe. So I'd be like, if you don't fuck off right now, my handbag means too much to me to hit you with it, but she should have taken that beret off and hit him with it.
Oh, that was a good beret. I do like the beret. I don't care for her haircut, but I do like the beret.
I like her hair long better too.
Yeah. I love everybody's hair better long. I'm just that kind of bitch. I love a girl with long hair. So cute and so
I like long hair better. Yeah. On most people.
Ariana though. Ariana, you can keep it short. I loved Ariana's short hair. That was like game changer. She could pull that off. She looked good.
Yes, she can. I think she looked cute with it. Sheena looks cute with short hair. Sheena looks good both.
Sheena looks good with everything, yeah. She's so
Rachel actually looks good with the short hair. She does. Elevates her.
I like her more with the short hair. Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does work for some girls.
And I don't know. I'd like to see Lala either go ahead and do like a full-on good chop or keep it long. Like
I think Lala has to. I don't think Lala can pull off short. I don't think she could.
Yeah, I mean, I can't pull off short at all.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. My face looks too poked. It's a certain kind of girl. It's a certain kind of girl. So
yeah, and and I mean, it's not bad on Katie. I just
prefer.
I think like just straight long hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if it were just past her collarbone, like not super long, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I
agree.
But yeah, I mean, that was the end of that episode. it never ends, and it feels like it's just going to keep giving. And it's what we want, but I know we're all tired, but also we're like crackheads on our phones just waiting for the next piece of news.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's what I'll be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll be doing. When does the reunion air? That's what I need to know. When does the reunion air?
It's probably going, well, let's see.
Because we're only at a mid-season trailer. Mid-season?
So how many weeks? I think it's going to probably be May, is my guess.
Oh, that's not too bad. I could wait till May.
Yeah. If we think of it like there's one more week in March that it would air, and then, so that's at least 5 more episodes that we'd have. I'm going to guess we're going to get 10 to 12 episodes. Well, more than that. What episode are we? We're on like episode 7.
Yeah.
Shit, we're going to probably get like 14 episodes.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. Dang. Oh, man. Oh, well. Guess I'll have to wait it out. Find Ariana in between.
They should have
then.
just... Yeah. They need to drop everything. Like, just let us binge it.
I'm glad, because, you know, when everybody got married and had kids, I really did not think the show was ever going to be exciting again. And here we are. Here we are.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. Jackson, Brittany, the only couple who made it.
Can you fucking believe?
I cannot.
That is what's insane. I never thought we'd see them.
I know.
Watch What Happens Live.
I know. I was glad to see them. I would like them back on my TV screen.
I think so. A lot of people were happy to see them on there. I didn't mind it. I have no problem with it, actually.
You heard it here first. Caitlin has no problem with it. Bravo. You guys heard
You're
that?
welcome.
She has no problem with it.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
So that means you have to do it.
Let's go.
You have to do it. Okay. I've kept Tessa for so long here, and she has like important shit to do. And I'm sure I have baby poopies to wipe.
I got litter to scoop, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all have so many things.
Yeah. Mom life.
Thank you so much for joining me
Of
again.
course.
I want to have you on as often as possible. We always have so much fun chit-chatting. And again, y'all go find your favorite ex-girlfriend. It's your favorite ex-GF, and that's on TikTok and on Instagram.
And YouTube,
she's also
find
Hot
me
Mess
everywhere.
Tessa.
Yes.
YouTube everywhere. Yes, and I'll be tagging her on YouTube on YouTube in the video. That's what I'm saying. Excuse me. Bear with me. I was up later than usual last night going to watch what happens.
Work that.
So, yeah, and I'm going to come out with another episode here probably at the end of the weekend. I'm going to ask you guys on a poll on Instagram. Pay attention to my Instagram stories because I will add the poll on whether I should do Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, or do New Jersey recap this weekend. So, y'all
Good
typically
choices.
vote Miami. Yeah, It is pretty solid. Everyone's really big on voting Miami,
Girls
but
trip.
hey, who knows?
Girls
Let's
trip.
see. Hey, there are 3 episodes with
I
Girls
know.
Trip.
I can't wait to watch. Starting right now. Let's go.
So much. And then Yellow Jacket. We got all
Yes, Yellow Jacket.
Okay. So much good TV right
Well,
now.
this was amazing.
All right, friends, I will
Thank you
see
so much
soon.
for having
Yes.
me. Can't wait till next time.
Thank you for joining me. Yes, and there will be. All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.